Yo guys, what is up? Has anyone out there ever had a plan in life and you set your goals and you're just doing so great and you're proud of yourself, and then what happens, what I like to call, you fall off the wagon, you hit a little bump and fly out of the wagon, and you're just like, what happened? I was doing so good. Like, what now? Well, I'm kind of feeling that way this week. If anyone can relate, then this video is probably for you. I have some tips actually that I'm going to share with you that have kind of helped me of how to get back on track. So I got my handy dandy Boss Lady notebook. Got some tips in here, so let's go. So staying on the exact path of every goal you have set and just being on point every day obviously takes a lot of self-discipline, and that is kind of hard to do sometimes. Like, that's kind of difficult for me to do, at least. So it is never too late to get back on track. So we are going to start today with 8 tips of how to get back on track and stay there once you get on track. So the first one, I'm going to refer to this because my note taking have to refer to it. So number 1 is to identify the root cause of your failure. So don't just like push it to the side and then just keep doing what you were doing. You have to really, do some soul searching, figure out what is the root of this failure. And it might take a little while. It might not just be apparent. So that is the first step, is figuring that out. So second is creating a schedule and sticking to it. And maybe that's a day-by-day plan, maybe that's a longer plan, or both, but just creating that schedule and sticking to it. And I mean, I have problems with that, that self-discipline of just, but I think it comes down to, do what you have to do. And that is the only way you are going to stick to it. And over time, I think that's something you get better at, but it's hard. It doesn't always come naturally. So number 3, use your current habits to restart the behavior you want. So the current habits are obviously something you already have set in your ways. So as long as those are good things, just use those to your advantage or adjust them, and then keep doing those because they're going to be easier for you. Especially, like I said, if they're good habits and positive habits. Number 4, get back to the basics. I think for me, sometimes it's stepping outside of the situation, just taking a step back, taking a pause, taking a breath, kind of, get off the social media for a while, kind of just take a step back and get back to the basics. So number 5, embrace imperfect starts. So at least you are trying with almost everything. If you wait until everything is in place, you may never start because nothing is ever going to be perfect. So just embrace that. And you just have to start somewhere. Embrace that it's not going to be perfect, but you just got to start sometimes, and just accept that. So number 6 is change your environment. Maybe that's not everything, but maybe just kind of take an evaluation of where you're at and just make sure that in all areas of your life, they are environments of success. One thing that always helps me is writing lists down. So say there's just a certain thing, and for me, it's just easier to visually see it on paper, and have 2 columns. Have the positive column, the negative column. What outweighs the other one? What has more on it? What is, a bigger deal? So that's one way that helps me do that. So number 7 is to keep yourself accountable, and just again, check up on yourself and have that self-discipline and keep yourself accountable. Number 8 is trying a different approach, which I like this because, that helps you avoid burnout. If you're just doing thing after thing after thing and it's not working, then maybe it's time to try something different. You can avoid that burnout, and you can also find what works for you, because obviously, different things work different for everyone. There's not just one way, and it might take a while to find that, but just realizing that there are different ways to do things and try things. These tips can obviously apply to so many areas of life. Maybe you've been great working out and all of a sudden you kind of haven't for a couple of weeks, or anything like that. Any goal you've set, it can apply to pretty much anything in life. But one thing I like is that failure is, not just when you fall down, but when you stay down and don't get back up. If you just get back up, try again, maybe with the help of these tips, that's what really matters. Every day is a chance for a fresh start, and just a breath of fresh air, fresh start, time to try again. That's what really matters and counts, and what you have to use to keep going forward. So I will actually be adding some motivational quotes at the end of this that I found online that I just really liked. And like I've said before, I love motivational quotes. Those really help me to go forward. Hopefully they help you. Hopefully some of these tips have helped you. Reach out to me if you ever want to chat. I'm free. I'm free to talk. So now on this lovely hump day, it is like 85 degrees out here in Montana. Montana, you know, has, if you've never been here or don't know what the weather's like here, it's pretty extreme. You know, you go from like the negative 20 to like a short little spring, and then all of a sudden it's like 90 degrees every day, and then we have a fall, but it's a little bit intense. So all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's spring, it's 95 degrees out. But I'm gonna go into Target and get some coffee and maybe do a little shopping, because that's another thing that kind of helps me is things that, like if I'm just kind of in a down mood, things that I know are gonna brighten my day myself. So like yesterday, I got flowers. I washed my truck. Maybe I'll do a little retail therapy. Maybe I'll get just my favorite kind of coffee. Like sometimes I think it's those little things that you know about yourself that'll instantly kind of perk you up, that you kind of just got to get yourself. So have a great rest of your day, your hump day. We're halfway through the week, and or is it? Yeah, no, I don't even know what day it is. Yeah, it's Wednesday, I think. Well, I will see you then tomorrow, if tomorrow's Thursday. So see you guys later. Bye.